Fourth period, Algebra 3, September the 5th. Warm-up quiz. Number 1. Answer is 44. Number 2. Answer should be 34. Last one. Answer is 34. There will be no number 4 or number 5. Bring up a number 1 through 10. Winning number today is 2. Homework check. We'll do it up here on the lap or the iPad. Homework answers. I need to see number 1 first. Answer to number 1. If you have all those numbers correct, come and get 3 million. Bring up number 2.
Okay.
Bring up number 3. Answer is 21 and 1. Bring up problem number 4. Answer 22, 12, 32, 57, 20, 19. Correction, 32 should be 26.
Yes.
32, 28, 14, 15, 12, 6, 10, 8, 4, and 20, 16, 8. 32 should be 35. Any questions about the homework? A question about number 5 on the homework. So you're going to have to start with the first row. This first row here only has a 7 in it. Whenever you have just one number in a row and you're going to multiply it by a column in the other matrix, then you still have to use that same number each time. So it would come out to be 7 times 5 is 35, and that would go in the first spot of the answer matrix. But there are no other numbers in the row that has a 7 in it, but that doesn't mean you stop with the 5. It also doesn't mean you add them all together. You don't do 35 plus 28 and then plus 14. You have to do them all separately. That's the exception to the rule. And then you would go down to here and multiply this by each of the numbers. So that would be 15, 12, and 6. And then here would be 10, 8, and 4. This would be 20, 14, or not 14, but 16, and 8. Our objective today is the following: to solve a matrix equation for x and y. The specific learning target for today is solving in a 2x2 times a 2x2 matrix situation. We're not going to do variables in the odd, like a 3x2 times a 2x3 and such, yet. Here's example number 1. Now in example number 1 here, I'll switch to red. We have two matrices multiplied together, and you get the answer matrix at the end. But you're missing 2 items. You're missing x and you're missing y. You must think, in what pattern must I go to where I can pick up one of those variables through multiplication of a row times a column? For example, if I go here and use this row, like I would normally do in multiplying, this row by this column, I'm picking up the variable, and the answer for that should be 16. So what we'll do is go here and do this row times this column to get 3 times 4, plus 2 times x, and that should equal 16. So that's 12 plus 2x equals 16. 16 minus 12. 2x equals 4, and clearly the answer should be 2. So then you would go back through and do the same thing again to try to pick up the y. Now you have two different options for these. You could use this row and this column and pair it up with this answer. Or you could also do this. In purple, you could use this row, this column, and pair it up with this one. You'll still get the same answer. So let's try the purple. Let's try 4y plus 25 equals 37. And of course 37 minus 25 is 12, so y would have to be 3. So x is 2, y is 3. Example problem number 2. In this case, we need to pick up this x. So we can use this row, that column, and it would match up with this number. Most common mistake is using the wrong number in the answer matrix. So we would end up with a negative x plus 6 equals 2 when you multiply that row by that column. And of course we're using this as the answer. So negative x equals 2 minus 6. That's a negative 4. Clearly the answer would have to be 4. And then we could go back and find y. Let's try this row and this column, which matches up with 21. So multiply the orange row and column to get 0 minus 3y, not minus 3y, that should be plus 3y equals 21. So you're just left with 3y equals 21. And that would be a 7. Practice problem number 1. I'll give the answer out first, and then if anybody wants to see it, I'll work it out. The answer should be 3-2. Bonus problem. The solution for this bonus should have been 2 and 7. Do you have 2 and 7?
Yes, I do.
Alright, 2 million. Practice problem number 2 is really bonus number 2, so that's what we'll go with now. To start this, I will go with this and set it equal to that. So that would be 3 times 0, which is 0, plus 2y equals 10. And if 2y equals 10, that means y is 5. So there's half of it. And then for the other half, we'll go to blue. Yeah. So we'll use this row and this column and set it equal to this. So that would be, well, if we do that, then you end up with 0x. So that's not going to work out. So what we'll have to do is switch and use a different one. We'll go with orange this time. Still use this column, or that row, and then use this column. So that would put us here with negative 10. That would end up being 5x, and that is plus 0 equals a negative 10. So if 5x equals a negative 10, you should end up with negative 2. Practice problem number 2. Homework assignment is next.